All right, the coffee is kicked in. I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you are too. Happy Wednesday, 16th day of October, 2024. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, smack dab in the middle of the week, smack dab in the middle of the month. It's finally feeling like October. Going to see quite a bit of clouds this morning, sunshine this afternoon, a little breezy, lower 60s, just about normal for the high. It's going to be very chilly in a couple of locations. We're going to be dry for the most part. It's going to be hit and miss showers. Then fairly dry tomorrow through Friday afternoon. Rain returns Friday night. The weekend looks wet and cool, and we need the rain, as you know by now. We had very little weather to talk about for a long period of time. It was just the same old, but things are a little active now. No 2 days are going to be the same as far as Mother Nature is concerned. Your forecast right into the early part of next week is coming up. You want news? We got an adult portion of news. A lot of it, we don't check identification, so anybody can watch that. Sports, Yankees. Yes, I'm a Yankee. You know that by now. Feeling pretty good about my team. They won again yesterday. Kraken won. They had a good road trip. We like that. A lot of prep scores yesterday. Busy day on the soccer pitch and on the volleyball court. We'll have all the results there. Mike McNaughty has an opinion about the 9th commandment. Might be his favorite. Hard to say. And in the back half of the program, Travis Hornby will be my guest. Travis, of course, is the general manager of the Pybus Public Market. He's also the executive director of the Pybus Foundation. They're going to do something on Saturday they've never done before. I think it's going to be a big success because a whole bunch of brewers and cider makers and mead makers are all going to gather. They're going to set up their tents, and for a small fee that will go to the Pybus Foundation, you can drink beer and vote on it. It's called the Fresh Hop Festival. It's never been done before. They're going to do it this Saturday at the Pybus. Travis will tell you all about it in the back half of the program. I think I know what my plans are going to be on Saturday afternoon. So we got a lot of show to get to today. Let's do it. Let's start our tour around the valley. Good morning to the valley proper. We're still a ways from sunrise. 20 minutes still if you're watching the live edition of this program. Sunshine doesn't come up. Well, sunrise, I should say, is not going to come up till 7:22. Another 20 minutes or so. Sunset tonight 6:10. So you can say goodbye to another 3.5 minutes of daylight. We're down to 10 hours and 48 minutes of daylight from the Wenatchee Valley, and our Wenatchee cross camera zoomed way back. We can move these things around, pan, tilt, zoom. That's the acronym, and we have that zoomed about as far back as that camera can go. But it's a beautiful view of the beautiful area we call home. Camera 2. We're off to Lake Wenatchee. It looks a bit foreboding there, doesn't it? It's still beautiful up there. I just love Lake Wenatchee. I think they're past the peak fall colors. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I've seen some online pictures of the Tumwater Canyon, which are pretty spectacular, but the leaves are already changing down here in the valley, and of course we have longer days, warmer days, and cooler nights. So if the leaves are changing down here, they got to be almost done up at the Lake Wenatchee area. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee from that camera. Our third camera will take us to Bill E. Goats, and a beautiful view there. That's a huge, that camera's way up there. I mean, we're talking way up there on Goat Mountain, and that's why we can have this spectacular view of the Columbia River, the Methow flowing into the Columbia. Good morning, Pateris, and everybody up north. Good morning to Canada. A spectacular view there. Omak, you're at 48 degrees right now. Wenatchee is mild. We're at 54. In fact, everybody's pretty mild. The cloud cover will do that. The clouds that we see now, however, will be thinning out. We'll see some sunshine later on today and some wind. And camera 4 is Wahatus. Good morning to the Wahatus camera. They got high clouds up there. All the clouds are pretty high up there in the atmosphere. And again, they're going to be moving on out of here. It'll be windy today. We do have a slight chance of rain. If we get any rain at all, it'll be this morning, and it'll be really light. But the winds will be picking up. Going to be carrying the clouds on out of here. A lot of things going on. First of all, here's your outlook for the rest of the week. As I mentioned before, it'll be dry for the most part today. It'll be dry tonight. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be a little on the cool side. When you get up Friday morning, it's going to be cold. It's going to be 35 degrees. It's been a long time since we got down to 35 degrees, so get ready for some chilly overnight lows. Overnight low tonight will be in the 30s. Overnight low Thursday night and Friday will be in the 30s. It'll be a little bit warmer in the weekend simply because we'll have more cloud cover and a much better chance of rain, by the way, for the weekend. They've kind of backed off the rain forecast just a skosh, the National Weather Service has. And the snow levels are going to drop to around 4,000 feet overnight tonight into Thursday. And that means snow in the higher passes, specifically Stevens Pass and Washington Pass on the North Cascades Highway. Right about the 4,000-foot mark is what they figure that's going to be, and that's where Stevens Pass tops out. Washington Pass is a little bit higher than that. So Stevens Pass has about an 80% chance of getting a couple of inches of snow, especially in the overnight hours into very early on Thursday morning, and a 50% chance of half a foot of snow on Stevens Pass. Less of a chance at Washington Pass, but if you're traveling in the wee small hours of the morning, I mean the overnight hours, where there's not a lot of traffic, you will find winter driving conditions overnight tonight into Thursday morning. Yeah, here you go. Here comes winter. Of course, the snow probably won't stick around very long. I guess we'll find out. From the National Weather Service, whatever rain we get today is going to come this morning. Right now it's dry, the last I checked. We'll see clouds this morning, sunshine this afternoon, and some wind. We'll top off at 63. A little breezy today. We could see gusts above 20 miles an hour at times. By the way, it's a north wind today, not uncommon around here. Overnight low tonight, 38. Been a long time since we've had 38 for the overnight low, because we're not going to have a lot of cloud cover. Also a little breezy overnight tonight. Thursday, sunshine, cool, 59. Our normal high is 61 degrees. So Thursday looks pretty nice. Friday, for the most part, looks nice. But look at the overnight low. You're going to get up Friday morning. It's going to be cold, 35 degrees, and we're not going to warm up much, only to 55 Friday night. If you're heading out for some football, be prepared for some rain. It's about a 40% chance of rain. Most of it going to be in the overnight hours. You should be dry. The rain isn't. I don't think the rain's going to come until about 11 p.m. or midnight on Friday. And then into the weekend, Saturday, lots of clouds, should be dry, high of 62. Chance of rain goes up to 40% Saturday night, 47 for the overnight low. And then Sunday looks rainy. Sunday looks like a good day to make chili or casserole and kick back and watch a movie or two, because we're going to have some pretty good rain. It looks like we clear out Sunday night. Pretty cool, lots of sunshine Monday and Tuesday. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will bring you the news. You're watching a Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCW Life app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCW Life app now.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Do you hate getting called by Medicare telemarketers? Well, this October, your phone is going to be ringing off the hook because we will be experiencing a huge Medicare change. Now, for the last 20 years, Springwater Insurance has been helping those of you on Medicare. So just say no to those telemarketers by not answering their ads. Instead, call a local agent like Springwater Insurance, who's been helping for 20 years. So give us a call at Springwater. We can meet at one of our 5 offices, or give us a call.
High clouds have the upper hand, 54 degrees. The clouds will be departing. We'll see some sunshine, but some wind associated with it as the clouds are scoured out. Pretty chilly for the overnight low tonight, right on into Friday. In fact, downright cool and a pretty rainy weekend heading our way. It's 9 minutes after the hour. The pursuit of a stolen truck led to a crash early Monday near the intersection of Orondo and Cherry Streets here in Wenatchee. Police Chief Edgar Reinfeld tells us it started when a pickup truck left idling near the corner of First and Emerson was taken by a group of 3 suspected juveniles at about 3:45 in the morning on Monday. Police spotted the vehicle about an hour later, tried to catch up with it. Reinfeld said a pit maneuver failed to stop the stolen truck, and it eventually crashed into a group of parked cars on Orondo Avenue. 2 of the parked cars were seriously damaged along with the stolen truck. The suspects ran from the scene and are still, as of this morning, being sought by police. The Washington State Patrol will pay more than $58,000 in a settlement with an East Wenatchee attorney for violating the State Public Records Act. Back in 2022, John Brangwin, who's a lawyer specializing in DUI enforcement cases, he asked for Washington State Patrol records, including a roster of North Central Washington troopers, their cell phone numbers, and photographs of them. The police agency took 75 days to release the records, and they left out several of the photographs. Brangwin's lawsuit was led by his law partner, Jeremy Burke, and they uncovered internal messages from the head of the State Patrol's Public Records Unit making disparaging comments about him, and it revealed that the same records had been freely disclosed to prosecutors without any delay. The settlement does not admit wrongdoing on the part of the State Patrol. The head of Mission Ridge ski area announced this week he'll be stepping down. After the upcoming ski season, Josh Jorgensen has been the CEO of Mission Ridge for the last 12 years. He says he's going to continue to be involved in Mission Ridge's planned 500-acre expansion. They want to add a new lodge, townhouses, and other amenities. Stepping up into new roles, Ethan Howell, a former ski patroller and lift mechanic, he's going to become Chief of Mountain Operations, and Nathan Folkers, who was named as Accounting Director. He'll oversee day-to-day operations. The search for Jorgensen's successor will begin in early spring. The Eastmont School District has submitted its proposal to the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association to consider a 3rd open division for student athletes who are transgender. The proposal was due on October 11th, and the district needed 4 other school districts to sign on to the proposal for the WIAA to review it. Superintendent Becky Berg said the supporting school districts included Moses Lake, Cashmere, Meade, Colville, Linden, and Thorpe. The WIAA currently allows student athletes to participate in sports in a manner, quote, that is consistent with their gender identity, end quote. Berg said at Monday's board meeting that the district has not heard from the WIAA since submitting that proposal. A section of the Apple Capitol Loop Trail is getting a new look. The Wenatchee City Council on Thursday agreed to spend about $345,000 to spruce up the trail between Thurston Street and Hale Park. That's a part of the trail where bikes and pedestrians share space with passing motorists. The work will help separate trail users from vehicles. It's also going to add overhead lighting. Senior project engineer Don Nelson told the council the work will use part of a $600,000 Complete Streets grant from the Washington State Department of Transportation.
This project will provide some meandering where we see some space that is towards the river from the edge of the road. We have some additional space before there's a cyclone fence, some trees, things like that. The trail will meander and get closer to the fence, provide a better separation from the driving surface, making it more comfortable for, I like to walk and look and see things. And part of this will include some larger rock instead of the kind of sandy gravel that's out there now. It'll be the cobbly, more rock, and provide a better distinction between the edge of the road where sometimes we find cars that are parked on the other side of the trail next to the fence, and we're trying to discourage that function.
Online and telephone scams by con artists posing as law enforcement officers are becoming more common, and the Chelan County Sheriff's Office says a new one making the rounds managed to bilk one victim out of more than $23,000 by claiming the victim owed money and faced arrest if they didn't pay up. The scammer posed as a, quote, Captain Moody, a name similar to that of the Sheriff's Chief of Special Operations, Ryan Moody. The department says no law enforcement agency will ever contact citizens to collect money or ask for banking information. Anybody receiving such a call should end the call immediately and file a fraud report online. You can do so by going to the Federal Trade Commission's website. Well, if you've ever dealt with a traffic ticket, an infraction, a small claims lawsuit, or a misdemeanor in Chelan County, you've probably seen that room. That is the Chelan County District Court chambers. Judges who preside there don't see a lot of flashy trials, but the issues they do decide can still have a big implication for local laws and how they're applied. A judgeship is a nonpartisan post, and one of those judicial positions is up for election this fall. Attorney Jay Eyestone is challenging the incumbent judge, Alan Blackman. They both spoke with our own Jefferson Robbins about their candidacy. You can watch the full interview and all of our other political interviews by going to our website, ncwlife.com.
Well, I think the number one thing we need to make sure of is access to justice here in all of our courts, not just a district court, but Superior Court or Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court, not only on local levels, but on the federal level as well. And the reason it's that important is that we need to make sure that folks, when they have a controversy or a dispute, they have a forum where that can be heard by somebody that's fair and impartial. And so we want to make sure that by providing that access, whether it's in the criminal side, and appointing public defenders or giving the opportunity for those criminal disputes to be heard, or civil matters such as our anti-harassment orders or our small claims cases. In fact, small claims cases, we don't have attorneys in those. It's the folks get a chance just to say what they wish to say. And that's something I feel very strongly about, is when folks come before the court, and how I run my court is I want to make sure that every voice is heard, so people have an opportunity to express to the court whatever they might be. When I'm sentencing somebody, I always ask the defendant, they have what's called the right of allocution. Is there anything you want to say? You can say really anything you want to, just to make sure that a voice and what you want to say is being heard. Same thing with small claims or anti-harassment hearings, making sure the other party gets a chance to speak with their mind, and then the other party, and then I'll go back to that party, anything more, to make sure that they really get a chance to speak what is on their mind and support their position. Now, we're understanding the court is going to have to make a decision one way or the other typically, but I want to make sure that when, at least in my court, when you come before the court, you understand the court has heard you, might rule against you, but understand you just at least had your day in court and you had that opportunity to speak. And so that's what I think, at least for any court in that matter, is access to justice.
The district court judge's most important duty is to make sure that truth shines through and that justice prevails. So a district court judge can hear a lot of different kinds of cases that all might serve unique ends. For example, a criminal case, it has a lot to do with sometimes punishing wrongdoers or rehabilitating them. A civil case can involve righting some wrong that happened between two private parties. And all of those things, righting wrongs or holding people accountable, could happen without a judge being there. For example, a neighbor could take revenge on another neighbor, or the sheriff's office could use its jail resources to punish a wrongdoer without a judge's involvement. But in our system, we put somebody in between that to ensure that when punishments are imposed or rehabilitation is sought, that it's done in a way that is fair, and after we have followed a carefully regulated process to make sure that truth is determined before we impose consequences. And similarly in civil disputes as well, the judge provides a similar function of making sure that the truth about what really happened and what would truly be a fair outcome is determined before somebody acts and takes actions of their own.
More election news. The Eastmont School District, they're asking voters to renew their educational programs and operations levy. The levy is the same rate residents are paying now, which is $1.93 per $1,000 of assessed value. The levy is different from the school bond that failed to pass earlier this year and the year before that. It does not fund improvements to school buildings. Levies fund things like athletics, music, elective classes, and a lot of special education. And levies also fund jobs that are not funded by the state. That includes teachers, paraeducators, and maintenance workers. The district says the levy comprises about 15% of Eastmont's annual operating budget. And finally, Douglas County has moved their East Wenatchee ballot drop-off site, but they didn't move it very far. The drop box was moved from the Douglas County Services Center at the bottom of 19th Street to the Douglas County Law and Justice Center also at the bottom of 19th Street. County election officials say the new site is a lot roomier to allow a true drive-up service. Before, voters had to get out of their car to drop off their ballot. They won't have to do that anymore. The voting period opens on Friday, concludes, of course, at 8 o'clock on General Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. And that's the news. At 20 minutes after the hour, if you're interested in what's going on around here, and we have a sneaking suspicion that you do, watch the news. A lot of you do. The news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, on 10 o'clock, and that's our television airing times, 5, 6, and 10. If you are busy at 5, 6, and 10, but you still want to know what's going on, the news will be up and running via the internet. It'll be on our homepage, ncwlife.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. We have an X, we have an Instagram. I don't know what we got. Some of it, quite frankly, is scary to me. And if something out there warrants our attention, don't hesitate. Send us an email, please. news@ncwlife.com. High school sports take center stage, but there's more to talk about when we do sports. 2 minutes away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Another fall sports season is upon us. Yes, we'll be talking about Eastmont football, but also volleyball and girls soccer. Be sure and join us for the Eastmont Wildcats all season long right here on the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
Coverage is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
23 minutes after the hour, the American League Championship Series Game 2 goes to the Yankees. Garrett Cole didn't have his best stuff. He didn't need it. 6-3 was the final. Thank you to Cleveland, who left, well, they had 7 runners in scoring position, and none of them scored, at least from the offensive side of the field. So Yankees lead now 2-0. Game 3 will be tomorrow night in Cleveland at tomorrow afternoon, I should say, in Cleveland at 2:08 on TBS. Taking center stage tonight, Citi Field in Queens, the Dodgers and the Mets. Game 3 of their series, the National League Championship Series. The series is tied at a game apiece. Games 3, 4, and 5 will be in New York. We'll know they'll play at least 5 games. As far as the Kraken are concerned, yeah, baby, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Jaden Schwartz, Jared McCann, Adam Larson, they each had a goal and an assist. The Kraken beat the Nashville Predators last night 7-3. Brendan Tanev, Riker Evans, and Jordan Eberle also scored. Chandler Stevenson added 2 assists for Seattle, and Joey Decord made 31 saves.
Larson at the point. He'll look it over. Here's Evans. His shot scores! Riker Evans with a bullet. 16:23 left to go in the opening period. Seattle off and running.
The circle changing for Dunn and is able to find that low
by Montour. Colton Sissons pickpocketed. Montour now for Jaden Schwartz. Here's Chandler Stevenson, partial 3-on-1. Stevenson, Bjorkstrand, he scores! That's hockey, baby! What a goal! Chandler Stevenson. with a beautiful pass to Oliver Bjorkstrand. You can cue the maestro. 2-0.
To get that offense going, good play by Schwartz to protect along the wall. That creates the play. Moving up 2-on-1.
Alexiak flings it, golfed by Cartier out to center. Tanev will tap it deep, and he's bumped by Brady Shea. McCarron run into in a hard way by Gord. It goes off the stick of Yossi. Back for Montour. Brandon Montour, big shot, he scores! A Monty blast from downtown with some traffic in front. 32 and a fraction left to go in this period. It's Brandon Tanev.
With a forecheck, Cartier gets the puck out. Tanev takes a hit to get it into the zone. Yanni on the forecheck, able to steal the puck. Monty, though, gets the puck back from Gord. One-timer opportunity. Tanev standing right out in front. And you can see the way Tanev celebrated. He gets a stick on it in front. And that's where you know Montour is going to bring that offensive side as soon as he gets an opportunity.
69 seconds left to go in this period. O'Reilly over the line. He organized the power play. Forsberg, what a save! Decord twice on Forsberg. Stamkos goes high. Decord picks it off.
Arguably the best chances that Nashville has had. Forsberg once right there off the pad. Full extension stretch. Joey again trying to get it. Forsberg trying to bank that puck off. Right here, goes through, backside, full extension. What a save by Joey Decord. And Stamkos right out in front, just high off the back glass.
Nashville recoils out to center ice. Jonathan Marchessault will flip it. Cross corner, Larson back first. Adam protects the puck. He'll get it out of dodge and wheel it out to center for Schwartz. And inside Bjorkstrand, back for Schwartz, right in! He scores! A beautiful goal by Jaden Schwartz. Set up by Oliver Bjorkstrand. 18:41 left. The Kraken back up by 1.
This line's at it again. One pass is able to beat the three Preds. Forechecking, you get a rush here. Great play by Bjorkstrand to hit Schwartz. A little give and go.
Delivers a pass for McCann. He'll go deep. You see it up close. Shea back for Nashville. Laid along the boards. A pinch down by Alexiak. McCann. Eberle with a shot. He scores! Hey, hey! What do you say? Jordan Eberle. 5-3. Seattle.
And I like how he doesn't look for the pass. Pressure in on the forecheck. And the puck gets back through. Right here. Good pressure up the wall. Back to the middle. McCann tips this puck over to Eberle. McCann falls out of play. So if he's looking, if Eberle doesn't take this opportunity to shoot, and he's looking for a pass, the play breaks down. He's got
Montour. Good play for Jamie Alexiak. Seattle shifting his Beniers. Matty in the zone. They push everybody back out in front. McCann scores! Jared McCann wills it home, and what a play by Matty Beniers. 6-3, Seattle.
Move the play up ahead. Great move right there by Matty through the neutral zone. Taking it himself. Possession. Going through. McCann drives right to the front of the net.
Now Tolvanen has lots of time to skate it out, but he gave it away to Evangelista, who did the same to Adam Larson. Larson scores! The big cat hits the bullseye. 2:04 left. 7-3, Kraken.
So the Kraken finished their 3-game road trip 2-1. We'll take that. They now return home to begin a 5-game homestand against the Philadelphia Flyers on Thursday night. All right, to the Prep Soccer scoreboard we go. Wenatchee just rolls right along, 8-0 in league play. They doubled up West Valley 4-2 yesterday. Moses Lake up by Davis 3-0. Nobody scored in regulation or both overtimes, and Eisenhower and Sunnyside went to a shootout. Eisenhower got the better of the Grizzlies there, 1-0. In CWAC soccer, Sela shuts out Quincy 4-0. Ephrata got by Toppenish 1-0. Ellensburg improves to 5-1 on the year. They shut out Othello 3-0, and it was East Valley over Grandview in CWAC soccer 3-1. More scoreboard. Cashmere improves to 13-0 in league play. They crushed Connell 7-0. Cascade improves to 10-3 on the year. They shut out Chelan 8-0. Tenasket, they're now 6-0. They got by Brewster 1-0. It was Liberty Bell over Lake Roosevelt 2-1. Bridgeport over Manston 4-2. Pateros all over Orville 11-0. Volleyball, Wenatchee 8-0 in league. They shut out a good West Valley team in Yakima. The final there was 3-0. They won 25-14, 25-15, 25-18. Davis swept Moses Lake. Eisenhower did give up a set to Sunnyside, but won 3-1. In CWAC, Ellensburg improves to 6-0 in league play. 3-0 over East Valley. Sela is also 3-0 in league play. Although they did give up a set to Grandview, they won 3-1. Toppenish over Ephrata. It was Tri-Cities Prep over Quincy. Prosser swept Othello. Cashmere volleyball team, they're 13-0 in league play. They shut out Connell. Chelan is 12-0 on the year. They haven't lost at all. 3-0 over Omak. Cascade got by Bridgeport. It was Okanagan over Tenasket. Brewster shut out Lake Roosevelt. More prep volleyball. Manson, defending state champions. They're now 11-1. They took care of Liberty Bell. No problems there. 3-0. Soap Lake over Thorpe. 3-0. Aniat is putting together a very good season. They're 9-1 on the year. They swept the Garden City Academy. Waterville Mansfield 8-1 in girls volleyball this year. They took care of the Cascade Christian Academy. Moses Lake Christian over Wilson Creek. Pateros snuck by Orville, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. On the 16th day of October, a lot of obscure holidays, 9 of them. It's World Food Day. I know, that's a big one. It's National Dictionary Day. It's Department Store Day. Hang in there, Macy's. It's National Fossil Day. It's National Take Your Parents to Lunch Day. It's National Feral Cat Day. There are estimated 70 million feral cats just in this country. That's about as many domesticated cats as we have. They seem to be everywhere. It's Global Dignity Day. It's World Spine Day. I know a couple of people who need to grow one. But no, today we celebrate the ugliest sea creature of them all, by far, the hagfish. And don't get a hagfish mad at you because it'll shoot out that milky slime of mucus. And when they release it, the slime expands to 10,000 times its original size in half a second. They're ugly. Apparently they eat them in some countries. I don't know why. Hagfish are the only known living animals that have a skull, but they don't have a spine. A hagfish has 4 hearts, and maybe the most fascinating, if somewhat eerie part about a hagfish can eat and often even get inside the bodies of dying sea creatures much larger than themselves. So if the sea creature is dying, it can't defend itself, they'll crawl inside of it and eat it from the inside. But it's one of God's creatures, so happy Hagfish Day, which apparently is a delicacy in Japan and in Korea, but I am going to pass. You will never see me order a hagfish from a restaurant menu. I won't even go into a restaurant that serves hagfish. It's 33 minutes after the hour. 231 years ago, at the height of the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette, the widow of King Louis XVI, is guillotined in front of a big crowd. There's no photo of it. That's a painting. She once told the peasants, Marie Antoinette did, to let them eat cake. Well, after this date, she couldn't eat cake because she didn't have a head. Her role in the French Revolution is debated by historical scholars. Didn't matter to her. She's gone. October 16th, 1793. The famous John Brown raid made national news, made John Brown maybe the most famous person in America. John Brown leads his famous and ultimately futile raid on Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. It was in Virginia at the time. October 16, 1859. 10 were killed during the raid itself. 7, including John Brown, were captured and executed, and 2 of his sons. 5 escaped, including one of his sons. And that became one of the tipping points for the Civil War, John Brown's raid on this date in 1859. 101 years ago today, the Walt Disney Company is founded as a little cartoon company. In 1923, what do they own? Now, it's more like what do they don't own? Disney Studios, Disney Pictures, Pixar, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, they have the Star Wars franchise. They own 20th Century Fox, they own ABC, they own the Disney Channel, they own ESPN, they own FX, they own National Geographic, they own Hulu, they own A&E, they own Disneyland, Disney World, other theme parks, Disney, the behemoth. I think they just bought us when I was talking. 101 years ago today, they became a company. 1978 was the year of 3 popes. Pope Paul VI died. They have the papal conclave. they had elected Pope John Paul II, who died 33 days later. They probably should have just stayed in Rome. All the College of Cardinals got back again. They closed the doors. They had another conclave. And Karol Wojtyła is elected Pope John Paul II, the first non-Italian pope in 455 years. Hear how it was reported on ABC.
Sanctissimum ac reverendissimum Dominum, Dominum Carolum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae, Cardinalem Wojtyła.
As far as we can understand, the Cardinal Felici has just announced the name of a Polish cardinal. Am I correct, Father O'Keefe?
This is exactly correct. This is Cardinal Charles Wojtyła, who is 58 years old, and he is the Cardinal Archdiocese of Cracovia.
Sidi nomen imposuit Ioannis Pauli,
who has taken the name of John Paul.
This is quite an extraordinary surprise, Father O'Keefe.
Absolutely.
The first non-Italian pope since 1523, 455 years. Of course, they haven't had one since. Pope John Paul II, the most significant political figure of the last 50 years, served 27 years. And finally, 23 years ago today, in the wake of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Bob Dylan demanded that security be tightened during his current tour. Well, on this date in San Diego, 2 security guards did not allow Bob Dylan backstage to a Bob Dylan concert because Bob Dylan didn't have a pass. He's very recognizable, guys. I wonder if they got to keep their job. Let's do birthdays. One heavenly birthday. William O. Douglas, who almost became the President of the United States in 1944, came close. The 71st Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court, of course, he graduated from Yakima High School, now Davis Whitman College. Served on the High Court for 36 years and 211 days. He is the longest serving justice in Supreme Court history. Now, surprisingly, he wrote more opinions, both majority and dissenting, than any other justice. A controversial figure, but a fascinating one, born in this state in 1891. Happy 84th birthday to Barry Corbin. Of course, he was an urban cowboy, war games, probably best known as Maurice Minifield in Northern Exposure, Lonesome Dove, Modern Family, No Country for Old Men, still acting. He is 84 years old today. And Sue Bird, the former point guard for Seattle's professional team, 2-time national champion at UConn, 4 times a champion with the Seattle Storm, a 4-time Olympic gold medal winner. She is 44 years old today. You saw the forecast. We're going to be in the 30s for the overnight low for the next couple of nights. Is your heat system ready? Make that transition from air conditioning to heat. If you think it might not be ready, the first people and the only people you want to call is Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Mike McDowdy has got an opinion, and if you're into drinking beer, mead, or cider, have I got a party for you. You're going to want to check it out. The Pybus Public Market is doing something they've never done before this Saturday, and I think it's going to be big. Travis Hornby from the Pybus will join me when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Welcome to Boswell's, where you'll find quality furnishings for every room in your home. Customers ask, do you have solid wood options? Yes, they do. Bamboo, maple, acacia, cherry, mahogany. With 2 floors of quality furniture and complimentary design services, Boswell's design team can create a home that's uniquely yours. For almost a century, people have chosen Boswell's for their quality and customer service. Boswell's Furniture, it's closer than you think.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
At Highline Homes, we know that kids can come home at any stage of life. Whether your kids are coming home or coming back home, we've got the perfect custom-built home solution for you and your family. Highline Homes has up to 100% financing packages available through our select lenders. View our many floor plans at highlinehomes.com or visit one of our model homes in Oregon, Washington, California, or Idaho. Then you're well on your way to building that perfect dream home for the next phase of your life.
Nice crib.
Nice crib. Highline Homes. On your lot, on time, built right.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, there's a disturbing trend I'm seeing among some of my Christian brethren. The 9th commandment, you know, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. It's basically saying don't lie about someone. However, somewhat recently, local folks identifying as Christians told some malicious lies about a competent school board member, justifying doing so in an attempt to get their own candidate on the board. And this trend isn't just local. It seems that in politics, some people of faith feel that the end justifies the means, which is not a concept supported by Christianity, by the way. And that in politics, violating the 9th commandment in order to win is okay. Well, it's not. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel.
Hey there, folks. Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Here's your coffee, that'll be $5.
Thanks.
Oh, it's only $5.
Oh, I like paying double.
Why?
I've always paid more.
You wouldn't pay double for coffee. So don't pay double on your heating bill. Cut your heating bills by up to half.
when you switch to a heat pump or ductless mini split and get cash back from Chelan PUD plus federal tax credits. Learn more at chelanpud.org/save.
Lifeline Ambulance has partnered with Wenatchee Valley Tech to provide EMT certification training within the high school. This opens up career opportunities in EMS, fire, and other medical fields, and gives these students a leg up when entering the workforce.
Students at Wenatchee Valley Tech, through our partnership with Lifeline Ambulance, can now earn their National Registry EMT certification.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you can rise to meet it. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,100.
Welcome back to the program. How about on the 19th day of October, you drink beer, you drink mead, you drink cider, you test it, you enjoy it, and it all goes to a good cause, the Pybus Foundation. Travis Hornby is not only the general manager of the Pybus Public Market, he also wears two hats. He's also the guy who is in charge of the Pybus Foundation, started by Mike and Joanne and now run by you. How are you, my friend?
I am great. Good to see you.
I am told that this and your partner at the tap room came up with this. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've been kind of playing with this idea for a few years, and finally had all the moons aligned and all the stars came out, and we finally got it together this year.
This is a perfect marriage, because you have one of the most successful businesses here with the tap room at the Pybus, and you had the facility. So he had the contacts for all the different brewers to come.
Yeah, some of those.
On the 19th, and then you had the facility.
Yeah.
So talk about the genesis of this whole idea.
So I've run other events like this similar, and now I'm just being part of the foundation for Pybus, and so it's kind of a natural transition for me to finally get something like this together. We've hosted other events down here for the cider. There's a cider group. They kind of fell apart or couldn't congeal anymore, so I thought, well, why don't we bring all of it together? Why don't we bring mead, cider, and beer, which is my personal favorite, and have everyone down here. And also, we have more options for people than just beer, just cider, or mead, so I'm pretty excited about it.
And you got all kinds of extremely well-known, high-end brewers and mead makers and cider makers coming. These are the heavy hitters.
These are great. So it is a East versus West competition. So we are the end of the night, someone's getting the award for the best mead, best cider, and best beer. And from Washington State only, so it's all local. Kind of harkening back to Washington State is the highest producer of hops in the world. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. And just highlighting what we do best in Washington, procuring these wonderful, delicious beverages.
All of it benefits the Pybus Foundation. You made a mistake on the press release. For the VIP, it's $65. Is that right?
That is correct.
That can't be right. You could do twice that and pack this joint.
Yeah, well, we're starting off our first year. Kind of just we want people to participate in that. You're here an hour early. You get to talk to all the brewers and the masters of it, and then you also get a pint glass at the end for being a VIP. So we can try to treat you right.
I've never met a brewmaster who wasn't an awesome person. Every one of them are great. None of them are jerks. They're all great people.
Well, there's a lot of God's work out there, and this is one of them, making beer, mead, and cider. So yeah, they're wonderful people.
This poster is kind of out of date now. I just talked to Andrea. She said you got more coming than you can even fit on the poster.
Yeah, we had 2 more signed up today, so the poster's a little out of date. So it'll be over 23 beer, mead, and cideries, mostly beer, but we have a good mix of the others as well.
So we mentioned $65 is the VIP. Yep. That gets you what exactly?
That gets you your little sample cup, your 5-ounce sample cup that is yours to keep. And then it gets you 8 tickets that you can go sample all of those. There's more tickets available for those, but it's a good price for all of that. Also live music, so there's 2 bands that'll be on during the whole entire event. And then that's kind of your package for the VIP.
Yep. And you get in an hour early, is that correct?
An hour early.
So is 11 then?
Yep, 11. General admission's 12, so
okay.
Yeah.
Goes till 5 o'clock. It's all going to be right out here and inside the event center.
Yeah, so the music will be outside. All the tasty beverages will be inside, and we're just looking to have a great time.
Who is in charge of lining up the various brewers and mead makers and cider makers to come here?
Mainly myself and staff. So we did all the heavy lifting of making phone calls and emails and constant follow-up. This is on the tailcoats of the largest brew fest in Washington, which is the Yakima Fresh Hop Fest. So it's a little bit after that. We still have fresh hops available, and so it was kind of a little bit different venue, a little bit more personal, a little bit more one-on-one with each of the brewers, so it should be a good time.
This facility, this campus, and this location, the word is out for these kinds of people that this is a place that you want to come on a Saturday and set up and show off your wares, isn't it?
You know, my communications with breweries from the west side, they're looking to grow and expand, and they said one of the markets that they've been looking at is Wenatchee, so this is an opportunity for them to come over here, get their feet wet, get their name out there, so excited for them to come over and participate.
You're a connoisseur of the brew, as am I. Wenatchee's kind of a beer snob kind of a town, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, so I know the forward thinking for the Regional Port Authority is looking at having a brew area that highlights those kinds of things. And so we'll see what that comes about in the next few years.
That would be a tremendous compliment because they're talking just right up the street.
Right up the street.
Just a couple of blocks. Can you imagine that? If that
just across the tracks.
Yeah.
We're on the right side of the tracks. We're next to the river. But it's okay.
Burlington, Northern Santa Fe, if you're paying attention, let's do this. Move your headquarters down to Malaga, down to the Apple Yard, and we won't have these problems. I'm sorry, I digressed. I apologize for that. $65 for the VIP, get you your glass, a couple of tokens, you get to an hour early, $55. The proceeds go to the Pybus Foundation.
Yep, all proceeds go to the foundation. Yep.
The brewers and the mead makers and the cider makers, are they bringing some of their, can you buy, if you like, you drink something from this particular brewer and you really like it, can you buy their wares, or is that something that's separate?
No, that's separate. So this event, our liquor license doesn't allow us to do that.
I understand.
Certain rules apply for this. It's sample, and then you can always go to their retailers. A lot of them are at our local retailers.
And that's what they do right here at the tap room. They have, if you like their beer, they got it right there in the cans, right there in the fridge. You can walk away with it. A couple of more quick questions. Judging, how does that work? Do you have beer experts? How does one decide who wins?
So this year we're doing just the consumers. So the participants get to vote. Everybody gets to vote on that. There will be QR codes everywhere, and you get to select your favorite beer, mead, or cider, and it's all electronic at the end of the night. Everybody gets the opportunity to vote, and then the winners get a wonderful plaque with Mr. E.T. Pybus, the founder of the steel mill. He's holding a mug instead of the anvil, so we're kind of excited about that.
Again, it is the 19th day of October, Saturday, I believe, right?
Yep.
East versus West, so it's about half Eastern Washington makers, craft makers, and about half from the west side who are coming over.
Exactly.
Going to do battle. It's like Ali and Frazier, like Sacco and Vanzetti, like Simon and Garfunkel. They're going to go at it. First annual. You're pretty confident we're going to do this again in October of 2025?
I think with the people that have signed up this year, the volume that we have, I'm really excited about next year's opportunity.
How's the gig going, by the way? You've been at it for what, a couple of years now?
Yeah, I'm coming up on my third year, so I still have a job. I still love it. My staff are great. That's what keeps me going is my staff.
Do you get to see your family very much?
I do.
Okay, that's good.
There is a balance.
That's good. Travis Hornby, everybody, who does double duty. Not only is he running this place and the foundation, he's got city council as well. He's a busy guy. Always good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being a part of the Wenatchee Valley. I love visiting you, and I love the Pybus.
It's always a good time with you.
That's right. And I will see you on the 19th. I can guarantee you. I got $65 burning a hole in my pocket.
Okay.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
It might be sunny now, but fall is in the air, and we've got you covered here on the NCW Life Channel. If it's Wenatchee Panther football, volleyball, or girls soccer, we've got you covered. So tune in to your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel, for Wenatchee Panther sports. Coverage is presented by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Hello. 3 tickets, please?
Oh, the Discovery Center is free to visit.
So you're telling me we could look at the fish for free?
Yep, that's free.
But how much is it to drive the steamboat?
Todo es gratis.
So you're telling me that we could go play on the playground?
Still free.
It's free.
Exactly. Gratis, gratis, gratis. The Discovery Center at Rocky Beach. It's free.
Welcome to the Gilded Lily home, where something extraordinary is waiting. Fall has arrived at the Gilded Lily. Luscious colors of rust, orange, and gold lead you throughout the entire store. Gourmet foods to delight your guests. Stylish linens, handcrafted jewelry. The Gilded Lily home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items for your home, your kitchen, your lifestyle.
Temperature has not moved at all. It was 54 degrees at 7 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's still 54 degrees, which is pretty mild or normal. Overnight low is right around 41 degrees. Of course, the high clouds act like a blanket, and whatever radiant heat was still around when the sun went down is sticking around. We have a little time, and we have our cameras, and we have a beautiful area that we call home. We're going to do a quick little tour around the valley one more time with our PTZ cameras, because why not? We got them. Might as well use them. Beautiful view, of course, of the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights camera. We have two cameras in the Wenatchee Heights. That's the main one, pretty close to the cross. We have another one that's lower and a little bit farther east to give us a slightly different view of our beautiful valley. Next up is the same cameras I believe we used an hour ago. It's just an hour later, and things still look foreboding. Up at Lake Wenatchee, there is reports of light rain. In Lake Wenatchee right now, it's 48 degrees up there. So probably not the best day to go golfing at Kaler Glen, unless you'd like to play golf in the rain, and I don't. I believe Billy Goat is next, and let's see how Billy Goat's looking. Not as cloudy up there. Again, the clouds are way up there, and keep in mind, this camera is way up there. This camera is over a mile high in elevation, and you can see how high those clouds are. High above Billy Goat, the Alta Lake Golf Course. I always point out the golf courses. I probably should stop doing that. Good morning to our friends up north, and finally, the Wahidas camera, all the way down south, not far from Royal City, as we see a large swath of miles and miles of nothing but miles and miles. They have a little bit more blue sky down there, and that blue sky you see down south, the Wahidas camera, that's eventually what we're going to see once we get there. The outlook for the rest of the week, the work week, anyway, no big surprises, pretty well advertised. We'll be dry for the most part. Whatever rain we were supposed to get today, that chance is kind of past. For the most part, we'll start seeing the sun break out later on today, but it will be breezy, be quite windy this afternoon as this weak trough comes in, this wave of weak weather, and knocks the clouds out of here. It's also going to warm us up a little bit. We're going to see some sunshine. And then Thursday, the big story is going to be the temperatures. We're only going to be about 59 degrees, also a little windy, but we should be dry. Very chilly for the overnight low, both tonight and Thursday night into Friday. It's been a long time since we've had temperatures in the 30s. You have to go back to March for that to happen. Pretty dry on Friday during the day. Friday night, the rain returns, and starting Friday night, overnight, all the way through Sunday, we're going to see some rain. And check out mountain snow. Snow level is going to be about 4,000 feet, and that's pretty much right at the summit of Stevens Pass. Blewett Pass is not expected to see any snow. Neither is I-90. But Stevens has an 80% chance of getting a couple of inches of snow. There's a 50% chance they could get 6 inches of snow on Stevens Pass tonight into early Thursday morning. Now, we're talking the wee small hours of the morning. Same deal if you're heading up north on the North Cascades Highway. There's a chance of snow up there. And, of course, Mission Ridge is probably going to get a little dusting of snow as well, because we have some rain in the forecast and some pretty cold temperatures once we get there. From the National Weather Service, in detail, partly sunny. So it's cloudy this morning. Gradually, it'll get nice and sunny. The winds will be picking up. We'll get up to about 63 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, still breezy, 38 for the overnight low. That's right, 38. That's chilly. Mostly sunny Thursday, kind of quiet, a little cool, high of 59. Clear Thursday night, 35 for the overnight low. When you get up Friday, you could have some frost on your yard. It's possible, because it's going to be so cold early Friday. It's going to take a while for us to warm up. Only 55. That is below normal. Rain Friday night, rain Saturday night, rain on Sunday. Best chance of measurable rain is on Sunday. Have a good and safe Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.